miles south of downtown Buffalo at Bill Stadium in Orchard Park. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And no excitement, unless you're on the defensive team of last week, in his numbers. Because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So, I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to get... before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Allen going to throw. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big gain there for the Bills. Now Allen again. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. The point after through the raindrops, something good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. On play action, they'll throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 34. That's going to be caught. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. DK Metcalf, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. 5 plays there on that drive, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. 5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now Allen. This goes out wide from Madison. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
It's over. Let's dominate.
DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. it's no good. He misses the PAT. So file that one away. Could eventually loom large here as the night progresses. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken at the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. 2nd and 16. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, obviously, that is declined, and the result is a safety.
And what a momentum play that is, right? You never want to see a safety wiped out. You get the points, and you're going to get the ball back.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Buying time to his left. This is caught. Touchdown. DK Metcalf on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Bills. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. Singletary loses it, and it's picked up by the Chiefs.
It's saying they pay me.
And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Buffalo offense and Devin Singletary heading back out there. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the give, this is Singletary. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36. From the gun, it's Allen. Right back to Davis. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very...
Touchdown, Bills! Gabriel Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills get a bit closer. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Dumping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in.
Santos now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them, and when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult, but this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And out across midfield down to the 45. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They go play fake. Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. We've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is the quarterback, Mahomes. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Allen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
And again, it's Allen. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Allen. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. A final shot before half for Allen. Touchdown! Devin Singletary as time expires in the first half. And the Bills are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Santos with the extra point. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be, but halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. A pretty big opening there on 1st down. 8 yards up to the 33.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. He'll get this to Elliott. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard. Line here. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Elliott. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Now a give to Madison. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
2nd down and goal. Mahomes, he'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20...
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are looking as if they'll move it to 7-2 as they add on to this lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Let's go.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To the air, Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play. Boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races. And once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Chiefs on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
On play action, it's Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chiefs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Buffalo offense back out ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Allen now on first down. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Allen going to throw. It's complete to Diggs. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Allen to throw once more. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Well,
normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you a little bit.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Buffalo set to get the football back here. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually...
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 88 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of